I called our friend Reza, who helped us with IT matters. I thought he'd be able to figure out what was going on by checking programs on our computers that I didn't know about. He came to the apartment and he looked at the activity of our Gmail accounts. Over the previous few hours, we discovered both of our accounts had been accessed from a server in Russia multiple times. Look, this could just be people trying to get financial information from you guys, Reza said. He changed the passwords. I thought everything was fine at that point. We should just go to the airport and leave tonight, Yegi said. This is not something that we should be overly concerned about, I said. Nothing's going to happen. You can go to Dubai and wait for me if you really want to, but I need to finish this Ramadan story. Around 8 or 8:30, we called 2 cabs, one for ourselves and one for Reza. Because gasoline is cheap in Iran, taxis are also inexpensive and readily available 24 hours a day. In every neighborhood, there are several taxi shops, so within a couple minutes, you can usually get a car. Yegi and I were headed to a surprise party for her mom's 56th birthday, a dinner at a cousin's house. We were dressed casually, me in jeans and a pink shirt, Yegi in a beautiful short blue dress I just bought for her, and wearing makeup and jewelry. The doorman called from downstairs when the taxis arrived. We took the elevator down with Reza 4 floors into the parking garage in the building's basement, where cars arrive. When the elevator door opened, there was a guy standing there, with a gun pointed at me. There was more than one guy, but I just remember the one with the gun. I was focused solely on him. He wore a gray suit and was very nondescript, shorter than me with a gut, a comb-over, and a mustache, straight out of Central Casting. His gun was a little revolver. Rezaian, he asked. Yeah, I said, startled. He propped the elevator door open with his foot. I went to grab my cell phone. I don't know who I thought I was going to call, but he knocked it out of my hand. It was a very frantic scene. He had a piece of paper that was a warrant for our arrests, although it was unclear which of the many competing seats of authority had ordered it. The men didn't identify themselves. My Farsi was good, but not good enough in that moment to understand completely when he said that we were being arrested. Don't make any noise, the man with the gun ordered us. We're going back to the apartment. I had no idea what was happening. I'd never seen anything like this before. It was so jarring. The man with the gun and his cohorts took all 3 of us back upstairs. I put the key in the lock and opened our front door, fumbling and shaking the whole time. Little by little, many more agents arrived. They separated Yegi, Reza, and me, sitting us on opposite sides of our apartment. Most of them wore surgical masks to hide their identities. Several had video cameras and were filming everything. They ripped our home apart, ransacked our place. They went through everything. They even cut open tea bags. I don't know what they were looking for. Later, we were told it was microchips that they were after. I didn't know what this was about, but I thought the only evidence that could potentially be used against us was a storage locker we kept full of liquor in our apartment's garage. We had a good stash. 20 bottles of hard liquor, 10 or 15 bottles of wine, and 150 bottles of beer. 2 bottles or 200 bottles, I knew it really didn't make a difference. It was the same crime. We had to lose the key. Booze. Flush, I said to Yegi, using words that, even if the agents spoke English, they probably wouldn't understand. Yegi is smarter than I am. She figured it out, and she had the storage key on her keychain. She told the guard that she needed to use the toilet, and she was able to do it and tell me with her eyes that she had flushed the key. When they asked us if we had storage, Yegi said, "No, the landlord uses the storage." This is common in Iran, and they accepted her white lie. Also common. We sighed with relief. More people showed up. Agents filling the 1,700 square feet of our 2-bedroom apartment. The big living room with a terrace, the kitchen, the bedroom we'd converted into an office because we both worked from home. The agents walked over our hardwood floors covered with antique rugs. They confiscated all of our electronic equipment and told us to put our cell phones and laptops on the dining room table. Give us all the codes for accessing your devices, email, and Facebook. I thought, I have absolutely nothing to hide.